Friggin' Gregorian monks calling the HOA.
They let me pick. Did I ever tell you that?
Oh no, I'm not playing this again. I've already beaten Halo 3 twice this year, and once for a video I did on this channel. Subscribe now, and watch all my other videos too. And join my Patreon, I have one of those. $2 and up patrons get 24-hour early access to videos like this. Become one of my new friends. I'm not playing it again.
This is the way the world ends.
Actually, I think you'll find that Copilot is the way the world ends. I couldn't do the entire video in blue. That's not what you're here for. You're here to see me wax poetic about random nonsense every time I decide to set foot in front of the camera, and that reminds me, I've said in the past, that if I had to have a list of my favorite video games of all time, I'm not sure what order the top games would be in, but I do know for a fact that Halo 3 would be there, despite the fact that it has a level that I have skipped every time I've replayed the game since the first time I played it. That might be a lie, because I definitely played it co-op one time with my brother when he carried me to completion. Does that count? I don't know. Regardless, it's encroaching on, say, 20 years since I last fully committed to playing the level that bears the name of one of the Halo franchise's most important characters, Sergeant Johnson.
This is it, baby. Hold me.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's Cortana. And if memory serves, that level called Cortana sucks, and I hate it, but I recently realized, several things I've recently realized, apparently, that my memory's been failing me a lot lately, which isn't good, and I keep forgetting to remember that.
What?
So to make up for the fact that I am aging in the wrong direction, I try and backfill lost memories with shit that I just make up. So I've got to wonder, is Cortana as bad of a level as I remember it being? Probably. I mean, it's a flood level in a Halo game. Those are almost every single time unique brands of dog shit. But I do think now is the time to actually put that to the test. Why not? I'm gonna play Halo 3 again, and I'm gonna play the Cortana level and beat it, my white whale. It is time to defeat it once and for all, so nail a doubloon to your foreheads, lads, because it's time for me to take this sucker down. Does that track? Am I Ahab in this scenario? Because it's not like I've been trying to beat the Cortana level and have just been unsuccessful in several attempts to do so. I've actively avoided it for many years, and I did beat it that one time for sure. So I guess it fits only if, in the story, Ahab caught Moby Dick, let him go, and then just took up an entirely separate profession and just happened to go fishing 20 years later with the thought process, I'm gonna catch Moby Dick. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Also, very important, lesser-known aspect of this, my endeavor, not gonna get anyone killed. Probably. Is it a good idea to kill the thesis of your video immediately? I have no idea. Why don't you post a comment and you tell me? But before we begin, I think we need a little bit of story context, because there's a lot of lore to Halo, and it's important, but don't you worry, we're not going to go back too far. The story of Halo begins with a little boy named John. He's stolen from his home and is immediately sterilized so that he can become a high-powered killing machine. I suppose that understandably results in a little bit of trauma for the lad, but don't you worry, he represses it behind a cool-sounding voice, a regenerating health bar, and an itchy trigger finger. As an adult, John gets to go on all sorts of wacky, fun space adventures that I'm certain he needed his cock cut off in order to take part in. And he does this alongside of an AI that's based on his Dr. Mom Warden, and she acts as his own personal Jiminy Cricket, global positioning system, and AM/FM tuner.
I've hacked into the Covenant battle network.
Oh no, not the Covenant BattleNet again. I'm tired of talk radio. Doesn't this thing have any real music? It's 2007 and I want to listen to Finger 11's Paralyzer. You probably move right through me on my way to you. That's how that song sounds. You might not remember it because it was from 2007. That's 100% how that song sounds.
There's new traffic on the Covenant battle network.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold the 2007 era phone. Did she say Battle Network? Aw, jack in, download. Let's fucking go. That's a topic bar for a different day. We're talking about Halo, John and Cortana. Their adventure in Halo 3 actually has them separated from one another. You see, John left Cortana behind in the city spaceship of High Charity at the end of Halo 2, and now he's got dueling objectives: to collect Cortana from where he left her and blow up High Charity. Thankfully, that can be done in the blow this whole shit to smithereens room that it has, that you have to wonder who installed that. I can only imagine the prophets sitting in a bunch of design meetings listening to all these build pitches for what would eventually become High Charity, and one Ungoy in a busted van shows up like, yeah! It don't sound like that. And they're just sitting there, they're just like, yes, we have certain aspects of our design that have to be met no matter what. Everything purple. Everything that the eye can see. Walls, floors, ceilings, lights. Everything purple. And also lots of iconography for our overly zealous suicide pact on a galactic scale space religion that we're the main figureheads of. Celebrations of us, essentially. Yeah, I can do that. I got a lot of purple paint, and I think I could put the self-destruct right in the center of this whole shebang, and I could do it all for about $100. A whole $100? Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of paint, but I'll tell you what, you give me $150, I'll throw in the primer for free. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know about the self-destruct room, not sure we really need that, but who can pass up a sale? Another important piece of knowledge that you need in order to understand the context of the Cortana level is that High Charity has been taken over by a hive mind parasite, ghouls that come out of the walls to try and sell you crypto. Hey, let me tell you all about my grind set. They're called the Flood, and they're there to stop you from recovering your mom wife and blowing up their source of food. It's like if you went into a Subway sandwich shop and blew up the bread oven. Like, you really just have no idea the catastrophic level of damage that you can inflict. And I think that gives you all of the necessary context that you need to understand the Cortana level. So, John begins by descending into High Charity and getting shit on his shoe. Yuck. That's never gonna wash off, and it probably smells like leaves when you take the tarp off a pool at the end of a grueling winter. Anyway, he continues forward and wait, fuck. Oh, I forgot. I have the infinite ammo skull on, and the one that lets me fly. Do I turn them off so that I can experience the level as it was initially intended? I do enjoy exploits that make games quicker and easier for me, and it is in the level's favor for me to enjoy it as much as possible with my preferred way of playing. It is cheating for me, but it's also cheating for the game if you look at it in a certain way that makes me sound less terrible.
I'm cheating! I'm cheating! I'm cheating!
I'll just put it to you this way. If it was off, you can imagine that I would have no ammo, no grenades, and would not be enjoying myself, so I'm leaving them on. Does it kill my credibility as a no-nonsense top gamer boy that's a menace whenever he picks up the sticks? Oh yeah, mercilessly. But I'm doing it anyway because, let's be honest, 30 of you are going to watch this video. Who the fuck are you going to tell? My mom?
Oh, I'm telling.
Speaking of mom, we do have to find Cortana, and to do this we slowly, and I do mean slowly, make our way through the infected halls of the once great city in space. Wall veins pulsate and pustules burst to send out some of the worst enemies ever conceived in video games. And good on Bungie for doubling down when they realized this enemy wasn't fit to fight for 2 straight games. How about we dedicate entire levels to them? You remember how you had to use tactics to fight the different Covenant species, the elites, the grunts, the jackals, the brutes? How about instead we just bum rush you? And instead of taking advantage of the forward momentum that actually makes this series fun to play in the first place, how about we force you to stop and clear out rooms full of enemies that regenerate just so you can clear them out again? Now, a level that should realistically take about 15 minutes takes about 30, and because everything is brown, which was a hallmark of Gen 7 gaming, and all of these butthole doors look the same, it's impossible to really get your bearings and feel like you're making significant progress. All of which not helped by the constant interruptions from Cortana herself and the villainous Gravemind.
Child of my enemy, why have you come? I offer no forgiveness.
Hey, fuck you, man. Finally, a moment of reprieve. Ugh.
Has taught me patience, but basking in new freedom. I will know all that I possess!
Alright, I think that's the last of... God damn it! Oh, Cortana, it's you, hi. Would you mind telling me where you are, please? Because I gotta be honest with you, girl, I'm up to my tits in grime, slime, and fire.
I'm a thief, but I keep what I steal.
You keep... What does that even mean? I'm gonna delete your System 32 when I fucking find you. You better be goddamn worth it.
You found me. But so much.
Hey, Cortana girl. So good to save you. Hope you didn't hear any of my frustration earlier, but I gotta admit, I did just fire off about 10,000 rounds while covering the distance of the average Costco, but now that you're here, we can escape this vile environment, correct?
We need to buy some time. This reactor, start a chain reaction. Destroy High Charity.
Okay, maybe there'll be some catharsis in destroying this thing. It's a good thing some shitty building contractor put 3 rods that send the whole thing sky high in the same room, and I only have to press one button to get them to open. Yeah, but I made $150. Now, one thing you might have noticed in the footage that I've shown you so far is that I spammed the absolute dog shit out of fire grenades. Yes, correct. I cheated a bunch, but in my defense, I still had to aim them. It wasn't completely skillless, you know? It's like being in a 3-point contest where I get to take endless shots, the net is 30 feet wide, and anyone who disagrees with my methodology gets set on fire.
This girl is on fire!
Anyway, after fucking High Charity and its many orifaced ass, it's time to get the hell out of Dodge. Backtracking, yay, everyone's favorite, especially while things are exploding and completely disorienting. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long before you reach a friendly face. At least as friendly as the Arbiter gets, anyway. The two of you clear out the final room and escape, leaving the worst level of Halo 3 in the dust. And that is Cortana. And I gotta admit, I feel a little hollow, like something's missing. I mean, it is the penultimate level of the game. 1 second. A da 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 da, a da 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 da, a da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, yeah, I beat Halo 3 again. Hooray for me. But seriously though, how was Cortana now that I have played it and beat it, kind of, as a true flesh and blood adult who has been strongly and wrongly opinionated about many things and many stuff for many years? It still kind of sucks. And I think I was gonna feel that way no matter what, to be honest with you. It is easily the worst level in Halo 3 by a pretty wide margin. Even the other prominent Flood level in the game has the good decency to be short. And the other times that the Flood show up in the game, it's brief bursts. Flood cannot, nor should not, ever be the main focus of a level because they kill the pacing dead, and the interruptions in this specific level from Cortana and Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors certainly do not help on that front. I remember when I played this level for the first time as a kid, I got stuck quite a bit, mainly because the Flood would kill me, and there's the sameness of the design. I did notice, happily, I did not have as much trouble in this run-through, mostly because I cheated, but from a design perspective, it's still pretty weak. The butthole doors are, maturely speaking, very funny, and the ideas of enemies bursting from wall pustules is a neat one, but in practice, it all just kind of sucks. And after such a brilliant run with great level design in this game that had varied gameplay and vehicle segments, to go into this corridor room clear route with not a whole lot of variety feels like a pretty major letdown. I would say, to be honest, skipping it and just going to the last level is truly the best way to experience the whole game. Just pretend that John met up with his mom, Tana, in between escaping the art control tower and reaching the firing room of the unfinished ring. You could pretend she was in his wallet the whole time.
Roger that. And ma'am, it's good to have you back.
And now, just like Captain Ahab, I have killed Moby Dick by throwing 1,000 fire grenades at his stupid whale face. And now that I've beaten Halo 3 for the 3rd time in 1 year and the 7,000th time in 18, I think I feel now is a good time to put this game from my formative years in a hushed casket, to be on ice for at least a little while.
Wake me when you need me.
Or I could be like Bungie and just milk this franchise till the teats burst with powdered dairy for future content whenever an idea strikes me. Perhaps I can go through other notoriously bad levels from the franchise, like The Library or Delta Halo. Perhaps I could go through the entirety of Halo 4 or Halo Infinite. I could cover the books or Campaign Evolved when it comes out on the PS5 next year. That is fucking wild. It would have been sacrilege in 2007. What would Finger 11 think of that? They'd be paralyzed, I can tell you that.
PlayStation wins again.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I'll figure out whatever it is that is actually next, but until then, I do thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, good, because that was the whole point. If you want to help this channel grow, drop a like, type a comment, or consider subscribing. Links in the description will lead you to my other work, of which there is plenty, and I do have a Patreon. $2 and up patrons get 24-hour early access to videos like this. But even just joining at all, even not monetarily, helps the whole endeavor grow. I appreciate it all the same, so I thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Support me if you can, love me if you must. Have a great rest of your day.